Hi, I'm Drew D'Amelia, and today's movie is Sing! Sing is a movie with singing. You might even call it a singing movie. Sing has sing because sing. And there's animals! I thought this movie was really good. It comes from Illumination Entertainment. They do animation like the Minions, which I controversially don't have a problem with. A lot of people don't seem to like the things Illumination makes because their movies are adequate and they don't shoot for the stars. You know what? I appreciate movies that shoot for the stars, but I don't have a problem with adequate if it's great adequacy, and that's what Sing has to offer, great adequacy, and I was really invested in it. It's an ensemble piece, which I like. I personally am really into watching a lot of different characters go through something. It's definitely a way to make sure that you can stay engaged and you can switch from one character to another. And I thought that the characters were all pretty fascinating in their own right. None of them really bored me. I thought the voice acting was surprisingly good. I didn't expect that Matthew McConaughey would pull off a really likable performance, but he really did. Seth MacFarlane, definitely my favorite, though. A weird thing with his voice is in the trailers, it just sounded like his regular voice, but then in the movie, it sounded like they kind of pitched up his voice because he was voicing a very tiny character, a mouse. But then, toward the end of the movie, it felt like they just forgot to pitch it up. So I don't know, was that like a last minute thing? Like, oh fuck, hey, sound editor, yeah, pitch up the fucking voice. Okay, not your voice, idiot, the rat's voice. Oh fuck, alright. And then he did it for a while, and then killed himself, and no one noticed. I don't know, just check the obituaries, Illumination. But not too much of a problem, a little bit distracting. I really liked the music in this movie as well. It was a karaoke musical, and a lot of people might have a problem with that, but one, a lot of movies are doing that these days, and two, a lot of classic musicals also did that. You might assume that classic musicals had all original music, but a fair portion of the songs in classic musicals already existed and were just thrown into the movie. Did you know that? Because that is a true fact. So I didn't really have a problem with it. I thought that the music was fine. And the benefit of original songs is you're only going to be able to associate it with that story, so it makes those songs especially memorable. But I think that if songs that have existed before, that of an extent, are used in a musical in a memorable way, then it doesn't matter that they were around before, because the movie did its own thing with them, and I feel that Sing did that pretty well. I wish Taylor Swift wasn't in the movie. She wasn't physically in the movie or in animated form, which were both good things because now I haven't had a heart attack at this age. But, you know, hey, I didn't need to hear her music necessarily. The plot, a lot of people say, hey, this plot's been done a million times before. It's a save the theater, we have to put on a show sort of story. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of story it is. But then I thought about it, and I can't think of enough movies that have done that. Like 42nd Street. The Muppets, like the revival that came out, Babes in Arms, of course, I guess it's like the original. There's gotta be fucking other ones, but I really can't think of them, can you? I can't actually think of that many movies off the top of my head that have used that formula. But here's the thing, even if there are a lot, in my memory, this is like the best movie I've seen to use that formula. Because I just found it the most thoroughly entertaining. That's right, I thought Sing was better than 42nd Street. I think 42nd Street is slightly overrated. Most of his musical numbers didn't even happen until the very end. And the main number was in a minor key and it wasn't that uplifting. But, I don't know, this is just very colorful, very zany. It had a good pace, you had a lot of different characters, and it had a surprising amount of heart. It really did, because you really cared that the show was going to be put on. Now the question is, could this movie have been even better if it decided to be more inventive with the sequences and the themes? Yeah, so go see Sing. I thought it was a fine movie, really good, I enjoyed it. I didn't have any problems with it. Okay, maybe I had some problems, like, the porcupine didn't get naked. Anyway, that's all from me. Now get the fuck out of my house.